Was that a fist bump?
Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, go ahead.
Welcome to the most must-see podcast in the history of man. Welcome to Leftover Pants.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, you may have noticed that we have a fourth Panther here today. There's another guy in the room. This is Dave.
He's not a dummy.
Dr.
Hi,
D.
everyone.
Hey, Dave. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am not a puppet,
No, you're not a puppet. Believe it or not.
thankfully. No,
But, what do you play? And give us your gaming background like we did on our first episode so that everybody knows.
I don't want to take away too much from the E3 coverage.
We do have a lot of E3 coverage today.
Wait, you have 3.853 seconds left.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Left? I thought I already used,
And
so I'm
then-
done. No, I play everything.
Yeah?
Nice.
Other than sports.
Yeah, you don't play sports games.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I got everything.
What are you playing lately?
I actually just finished Prey.
Oh, did you like it?
Nice.
Really?
No, like the story is really, really good. The gameplay sucks. But I played it on PS4, and from what I hear, the PC version is actually a lot better.
Master
It
race.
probably is.
Once
Yeah.
again.
Just for it's the swinging of the wrench when you're getting attacked by the pseudo headhoppers, and
It was very under the radar, surprisingly. But it also came out right before E3. But hey, speaking of E3, today is our E3 reactions episode. It's a little late. Actually, we were a little late getting up the pre-E3 prep episode, but that's all right. Some people watched it, like 8 of you.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like me a couple times and Dave a couple
I
times.
did.
Thanks to the 5 views.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But anyway, E3 was something. It was something this year. We're going to talk about it in depth. We got a bunch of paperwork here. Look at this.
Oh.
But, yeah, we're going to go over... Basically, I'm going to go through... We're just going to let everybody talk, and we're going to take our time with it this week, and we're just going to have everybody say what they got to say about E3.
Excellent.
What you liked, what you didn't like. And also... Oh, bingo bets. We're going to go over our bingo bets score from last week, which will count toward the Quiz-tacular tally.
Is there
And
an
then-
actual bingo card, by the way?
No, it's just alliteration. But also, we're going to do a brand new Quiz-tacular thingy-mabob at the end, if we have time.
Alright.
I'm sure we will. And Dave can play, because you're a guest. And then, what we're going to do is... or we can discuss it later. I don't really know, but we're gonna have a quiz. We're gonna have a guest spot where you'll contribute toward the guest spot if there is one, depending on the episode. And then if there's no guest spot, then they just don't get any fucking points because it's all for fun and the points don't matter. Just like that show Drew Carey.
Man, I was
yes.
going to sign it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did I
Or
steal your
what's her
joke?
name? Yes, you stole my joke.
Aisha Tyler. She wasn't at the Ubisoft show this year either. She's so cute. So, okay, we got David Fuller, we got bingo
Hi.
bets. Oh, let's start with corrections, actually.
Oh,
It is the traditional, well, we don't have
We
much.
messed up a lot, guys.
Last week, I incorrectly stated that the Xbox One S was permanently dropped down in price from $249 to $199 or wherever it was before.
Yeah,
It was
I
actually-
my phone when you said it.
Yeah, Dave caught me. It was a 1 week only thing. It's not $199 anymore. It's back to $249, which is fucking stupid.
Should have bought one.
They are neat.
It's astonishing that in 4
What?
years it's managed to go from $500 to
I know.
$200.
I bought a 1S last year when the 1S came out, and I paid $350. I think
And
it was $350.
do you still own it?
Nah.
No, that's weird.
It has no fucking games.
I am gonna get something that we'll talk about later.
Excellent.
Secondly, we
For
were
another 3 months.
yeah, probably. We were wrong on a whole lot of E3 predictions. So,
This is like pretty much everything.
yeah, I think everybody else was too in the games media.
Actually, yes.
Yep. So, E3 reactions. Okay, so basically, I'll go through all the bullet points for
Excellent.
Microsoft, and then we're going to go through all the big companies.
Let's do it.
And then we're going to have a miscellaneous section at the end. And then at the end of every section, we'll just talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yay!
Okay, so here's the highlights. In case you missed it, Microsoft, they were at E3, believe it or not. They announced Project Scorpio is officially called the Xbox One X which I correctly predicted a couple episodes ago. I don't know if we were recording at that point or not, but I did. And it'll release on November 7th for $499.99.
I figured that.
They couldn't go higher than that.
No.
Or they couldn't go lower than that, rather. Considering what's in the box.
I was honestly thinking like 6, to be honest with you.
They're taking a huge hit.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get there in a minute. They've announced that original Xbox games are now backward compatible on Xbox One, or they will be soon. I think that's pretty neat.
Hey, Crimson Skies, man.
Yep.
Why?
Okay, we'll get there in a minute. They announced that many Xbox, Xbox 360, and most Xbox One games will feature visual enhancements on Xbox One X. Fucking hater. Crackdown 3 launches on November 7th alongside the Xbox One X, and it stars your favorite actor, Terry Crews.
That line.
State of Decay 2, which I'm wearing that shirt, State of Decay 1, it's delayed until 2018. Sea of Thieves, their other big game, is delayed until 2018. They did announce PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming exclusively to consoles on Xbox One.
That might be for correction later.
They said it was a console exclusive.
You know. You can look it up after.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Did I misunderstand Phil Spencer?
I actually think it's a timed exclusive.
Oh, that's possible. Because it's not PC anyway.
I do.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Forza Motorsport 7, surprise, comes out November 3rd.
Yay.
I'm buying it.
I figured you would. We're a motley crew. Minecraft is going completely cross-platform, asterisk. Everywhere on every console except for PlayStation.
Because there's a redheaded stepchild of fucking Minecraft for some reason.
No. It's because the Xbox users are, a danger to.
They're dangerous.
So
are Nintendo Switch users apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody's conscious of protecting their children, it's fucking Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can sign into your Xbox Live account on Switch now to play fucking Minecraft. So
it's fucking ridiculous.
Just saying, Sony, I love you, but get in your fucking lane. All right. One that I'm actually kind of excited for is Super Lucky's Tale. Are you guys familiar with the first one?
It was the VR, yeah.
Yeah, the first one. This is actually a sequel, apparently. I don't know if it's a sequel or a half-baked kind of follow-up, but it's coming to Xbox One. And it's only $30, but I thought it was neat.
I'm excited for it because it's kind of a return to a 3D platformer,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
it's
excited
really gonna all hinge on that fucking camera. I can't say it enough.
But it is a brand new game.
Yeah.
It's not a port of
Yeah.
the VR version.
Ukulele suffered from
I see.
the camera, so if it shits up the camera in Super Lucky's Tale,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a repeat episode.
Well, nothing's gonna fucking compete with Super Mario Odyssey this fall.
It's so good.
But anyway, finishing up, there were no Battletoads, no Banjo-Kazooie, no Halo, no Gears of War, no anything distinctly Microsoft.
No, nothing.
So they're giving up.
No, but well, let's talk about it. Oh, and I also want to mention that for the Xbox One X reveal, they showed a lot of third-party games, including Assassin's Creed Origins, which looks fucking phenomenal. Huh?
Metro Exodus.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks fucking phenomenal. They chose to show that at the Xbox One X reveal, so those are big deals. Okay, who wants to start? I don't want to hog the spotlight here.
Well,
You were pretty negative on Microsoft, correct?
I mean, I wouldn't say negative. I'm very critical of them because of some decisions that they make. But yeah,
Like most of them.
yeah, like pretty much every decision
Yeah,
they make.
that's right.
I would say that the lack of anything Fable besides the shitty card game. Right, like literal Hearthstone ripoff is probably not a good idea.
Look, I'm not a pro at this. I'm not like you veterans.
I'm just fucking with you.
But I'm a guest star. You're supposed to treat me with respect.
Sorry. I had you sitting on my lap earlier, so...
This isn't the Jimmy Fallon show. We don't laugh at everything. No, come on.
Alright. So you didn't like their conference. So how do you grade... Let's do it this way. How do you grade the fucking conference, and then how do you grade what they actually had to show?
I mean, if I had to grade their like the games that they showed, I'd probably give it like a really high C+. Like I wasn't like super disappointed, but like the lack of anything distinctly, like you said, distinctly Xbox was super like Like I wasn't like thrilled when I was watching. I wasn't like, oh shit, where's Fable? It didn't happen. And I wasn't like, oh shit, where's Halo? And then it didn't happen. And I was like, oh shit, where's Banjo? And then it just happened multiple times during the conference. So I'd probably do like the highest C+ possible. They showed a big effort, and I think the Xbox One X has a lot of potential. Keyword potential. But whether or not it's going to go anywhere with these mid-teraflop weird machines that are like slightly more powerful than the original machines, I don't think it's going to get utilized, and I don't think it's going to go much of anywhere, to be honest with you. Just IMO, but yeah.
Let me just jump in while I have this fresh in my mind. Because I was kind of in the middle. Dave and I talked about this a lot before we recorded. Yeah, I'm not like a Microsoft guy, but I thought they did actually phenomenally well with what they made chicken salad out of chicken shit, as one Stone Cold Steve Austin would say. They didn't have anything distinctly Microsoft, but they were still successful in what they aimed to accomplish at E3 without having Halo, without having Gears. And they made it a point of saying ahead of time that they weren't going to have Halo, they weren't going to have Gears. There was no Halo 3 anniversary this year, which was disappointing. I was hoping they were lying. But they didn't have any of that shit, and we pretty much knew everything was expected, as I put on my notes here. But they still had a pretty good conference, I thought. And even though we knew the specs last year at E3... No, we didn't know the specs last year. They announced it last year. But anyways, they unveiled the Xbox One X. It's pretty. It's super powerful.
It's small.
It's very small and compact. So I'm
cool.
I'm excited about it. But like you were saying, it's not going to be utilized really by the third parties because it's not a new console. The games have to be used, or they have to run on all three, the Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox One X.
Yep.
So really, the games that are going to shine are going to be things like Crackdown that are only on Xbox. Or, Halo 6 eventually when it comes, because they internally, they know the inner workings of the system and shit. Assassin's Creed, it's really only going to make a difference in terms of like the fabrics or like the different textures and shit, which will be super pretty, but the game itself can't be huge. Like that's what's holding back PC development in a lot of ways, and that's why the PC developers or the third-party developers are trying to get, Microsoft and Sony to make new consoles, fresh, brand new generation of consoles, because they want to be able to make bigger games that are more complicated and not have to be hindered by saying, well, it has to run on the 2013 box and the 2017 box.
Yeah.
But I am excited in terms of things like Crackdown, where it doesn't have to. Well, it has to run on the Xbox One Prime. I mean, so we got cut off, but that's all right. Just to finish up, what I was saying was, I think their show. Here's the thing about E3, is that we often, myself included, judge different companies, their performance at E3 by the number of surprises that they have. But yeah, that is part of the E3 pageantry, and the excitement surrounding E3 is the unexpected announcements. This year, Sony and Microsoft really didn't fucking have any. So with that said, making chicken salad out of chicken shit, I think Microsoft had a solid like a B-. It was pretty high, but I think we'll get to who won E3 later, but I think they had a great conference for what they had. But the actual announcements that they had, when you take a step back, now that we're a couple days after E3, I'm excited about the Xbox One X. I've always been excited about Crackdown 3, but we've known it's been coming for 3 or 4 years now.
It exists?
It exists, and it sucks.
Surprise.
It sucks that State of Decay 2 is delayed. Sea of Thieves, we figured, would probably be delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, like, they didn't really have a whole lot to show that's exclusive to Xbox, so I would say C- in terms of what they had to show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave?
I would give them a B for the actual presentation.
Oh.
Because as far as what they've done, Phil Spencer was on point. Like we've seen in the past that Microsoft has put a lot of crap in their shows and pageantry that wasn't necessary, but they stayed on point. They kind of pulled a Sony, where they're like, this is about games. They started with this is how many games we have.
Which, just to interrupt for 1 second, that was complete bullshit too. I love Phil Spencer, but it's like, at the beginning of every trailer, it was like, exclusive! And it was like, fuck you, that's not really exclusive. And then at the end of the conference, when they only announced like 10 or 15 games, they're like, exclusive, 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 and there's like 25 indie games. And I'm like, no. You don't get to do that. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
And that counted with those 40 into the 42 games. But
That's why I said it's a solid B for presentation.
Yeah.
But the actual content, that's very different for me. So I actually want to ask this question: who in here owns an Xbox One?
Ooh. But I have on 3.
I know. I'm saying currently right now, because this is a big factor on the Xbox One X for me, because Microsoft had to prove to me that I should invest $500 more to replace the machine that I already have for the games.
Do you have a 4K TV?
I don't. Not yet.
I
haven't joined the future.
But they have said that it's still going to enhance it for 1080p TV owners, but realistically, how big of a bump are you really going to see that your regular Xbox One's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's pretty open about it. Phil Spencer was pretty open about it. It's not for everybody. It's another Xbox One. Like a couple episodes ago, we were talking about, is it still going to be called the One?
Yep.
It's still in the Xbox One family. It's still going to play the same games that the One and the One S is going to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the difference between an iPhone 6 and an iPhone 7S, or something like that, let's say.
So I was looking for a reason. I was looking for that big thing, like here's the game that you need to play on the Xbox One X, and Crackdown isn't that big. I wish it was. I'll have fun playing it.
But we had fun back in the day playing Crackdown.
I will enjoy it, and I will buy it, but I'm not going to buy a $500 piece of technology that I don't really need for it. Same for Forza. I buy every one, but that's not worth
$500.
That's not worth $560. And I really took offense to the whole exclusive stuff when I owned half the titles that they showed as exclusives because I bought them for cheap on Steam.
Yeah.
So that was a huge issue for
Console exclusive.
Yeah, they made a big deal about Black Desert Online MMO. I literally bought that on sale like 3 days before the conference on Steam.
It was
like
$30.
Yeah, and
It'll be expensive on Xbox.
And it's going to be at least 30 on that. But so I honestly give him like a D+ for that for being unabashedly deceptive and saying like, look at these 43 titles, but 10 of them are actually exclusive to the console.
Well, they have an identity problem right now because things like even like Crackdown 3 and Forza 7, it's going to be on the Windows Store.
Yeah.
And you can play them in 4K if you have a good enough rig.
On your PC.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have an identity problem.
I still consider, like, the stuff that's cross-play, if it's through the Microsoft Store, through their Xbox Store, or whatever they call it on that.
It's sort of Xbox.
Yeah, Microsoft's still making all the money.
Yeah.
But if it's on Steam, that ain't an exclusive.
Yeah. Right. If it's on the Xbox... what do you call it? The not the platform, but I mean like the ecosystem.
Yeah. Yep.
Teddy, how do you feel?
You
You watched it all?
I watched some. I didn't watch the whole show.
Yeah.
But before I dive in, Dave, how old are you?
That's a very candid question. I'm 29.
Okay,
Last
so
I
there's a small gen gap. Free
Dave
plug once again. Screw you guys.
Hashtag-
Dave and I just talked about this in the car. He was wondering where the name Leftover Pants came from. And I gave him the story, which if you didn't watch the earlier episode, shame on you, and you have to do your research. But, yeah, and I was going to get into the Gen Gap thing. We really wanted to call it Gen Gap at one point, Generation Gap, which would have been multi-layered, it would have had different meaning because of video game generation gaps, and also the three of us had a big generation gap. It would have been perfect, but it is taken. But we still give them free plugs from
Are you for sale, Gen Gap?
time to time. I think they have like 4 followers on Twitter or something.
$5.
So yeah,
$5.
I'll put in 6. All right.
I got a 10. I'm willing to negotiate.
So Dave and I did have, obviously Dave and I go way back, way back. But we did have a Gen Gap back in the day too. I mean, we were into a lot of the same things, but like your first console was what?
My first console technically was the NES, because that's what my parents bought me when I was old enough to actually know what the hell I was doing with the controller. You know?
Just checking it out.
Right, thanks. And then I actually started playing my parents' Atari after that. And then I went into Genesis. I got the Sega Nomad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I really wanted an N64 for Christmas because all my friends played GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And that was the thing.
Yes.
And then they got me a PlayStation. And I was devastated.
Oh.
And then I stayed up all night playing the same demo of Spyro the Dragon for 15 minutes at a time. And my mom came downstairs and said, "Did you play all night?" Yes. Yes. Just
I
that
need
demo.
more Spyro.
Spyro. So that was, yeah, I was like a Sony fanboy at that point. So Sony, and I got PlayStation 2 and that came out.
Nice.
And then
You pretty much stuck with Sony the whole time, though, right?
But
Sony?
no, because I stayed with the Stony. No, at that point, that was like the generation where I got the Xbox and the GameCube really late on that generation. But that's when I started to have all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the big thing.
But who do you pledge allegiance to, Dave?
Currently?
We live in the Donald Trump era. You have to.
I have to say it. I'd like to say I went from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 as my main.
As most of us do.
Yeah, and then back to PlayStation for PlayStation 4. But that doesn't stop me from having the Wii U, the Switch, Xbox One, and PC as well.
Nice.
What's funny about the Wii U, Dave? Are you anti-Wii U?
I think we all know what was wrong with the Wii U.
Just the marketing, not the games.
The games.
I'll have that for.
That's
I'll
why.
have that known.
That's why they keep re-releasing them on the Switch
Exactly.
and calling them DX with a couple new characters.
Because the
Yeah,
games were perfect, but not the system.
Have you played your Switch yet? I have to ask that question.
Switch is still brand new in box. There.
What the second Switch that he's had?
We're getting.
But this one, he made a Pant Bro promise.
Yes.
Like we pinky swore on it.
Yeah, we bought it.
That he has to. Oh, we were gonna. I know. Hang on 1 second. We were gonna do a video unboxing and like a let's play very quickly, but we were so drunk in New York that it didn't happen, and we ended up watching Kung Fury instead.
Oh, it will be opened eventually.
Yeah.
Trust me.
We should still make a video on it.
Yeah,
When the next Nintendo console comes out, you'll open it.
Probably.
Teddy.
Alright.
Teddy.
Yes.
Teds.
Yes.
My man.
All right,
What do you think of
Panters.
Microsoft?
I give it a C. Thank you for showing me proof that this Xbox One X does exist. Thank you for providing that price point, $500. I was expecting 6. 5 is cool too. Thank you for showing me that Crackdown 3 exists too. That's a big plus right there.
It has a single player mode.
Yes.
And
wow.
giving us more Terry Crews.
Yes.
We didn't talk about the... I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, of course.
We didn't talk about the price. The price reaction online was not positive.
No.
But I feel like $500 is like the lowest they could have went for what's under the hood.
That's pretty fair for a 4K machine.
It's fair for what you're getting.
That is, if it's doing native 4K.
It is 100%. They
Not
are very
the super
stern.
sampling 2K bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, to put it into perspective, like, to build a computer that's capable of 4K is far over $500. It's $500 for the card alone to render things in 4K. So the fact that they can do that with that is honestly impressive. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah, a lot of the pieces are custom, but like if you were trying to get pieces that were comparable to what they actually have in that system, like, I mean, a GTX 1060 is like $300 right now by itself, and you need more than a 1060 to fucking do what it's doing.
Yeah, you need way more than a 1060 to do 4K.
So, I mean,
1060 could do 2K.
Yeah.
But
and
probably,
it does, trust me.
but probably not.
Love my 1060.
But probably not 4K, at least to any good degree.
Yeah. And they're very, very stern, saying that it's native 4K, it's 110%, 4K, 60 frames a second for games like Forza and what was the other one that they were pushing?
Is Crackdown 60 frames?
I don't know. But I know Forza was
so little.
Yeah,
that.
Forza's not even fucking fair that they open with Forza to show the graphics. It's like, dude, fucking Gran Turismo looks fantastic on PS1 at the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair for them to show, you know, non-human character models. Like, it's just the fucking what?
No. Forza is a good graphical showpiece.
I know, they're beautiful, but it's cheating because it's so much easier to render a beautiful shiny car than it is like a person and their fucking.
But Justin, what else do they have?
It's not like they have Fable or Halo.
Good lord.
Exactly.
No, of course not. Alright, moving on.
Yeah,
Oh, did you have anything else to say?
I forgot. But it's
You destroyed it.
it's a C. Oh,
had too much
here's
to
the
say.
thing. Okay, so you know I always analyze things from the business side. Okay, so you're releasing this high-end console. The hardcore gamers, they're gonna know what this is about. Take the Pro for example. Okay, Sony says they sold 20% of PS4 sales are Pro, right? So 1 in 5. Microsoft, if you can be 1 in 5, then I would say it's a success.
That's
it's
a
a
fucking win. Yeah.
It's a win for you guys.
That's a huge win.
Do I see that happening? Honestly, no. I really don't. $500, you're asking for a lot. It's not a lot for the people in the know that know about gaming. But if you're asking moms to shell out $500, and you know when they go to a retail store and the associate tells them the games run on both systems, guess what? Mom's probably going to choose the cheaper system. So
they're going to get the system with the game bundled in too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you can, Microsoft, if you can be 1 in 5, it's a win for you guys. And also, smart move to release those games in early November because God of War 4 is going to kill you guys. I'm sorry. That's the truth right there. Hashtag truth. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Word. Alright, moving on. Anybody else have anything to say about Xbox?
No.
Okay.
Good luck, Xbox.
I like
I'm
you,
excited.
Phil Spencer. I really do. I wish you were playing for another team.
He's an awesome human being.
Yeah, he's really cool.
It's like
Shout out to
one
Phil.
of the few genuine people.
Shout out
He's
Phil,
a gamer. He's
in
a
case
legit
you're watching.
gamer, yeah.
Like, subscribe.
I'm gonna
Tell us how much
Spencer.
we suck.
promote our video. I'm gonna get one, if only because I sold my S and said that when Scorpio came out.
Oh yeah, so quick question. Since you mentioned you're getting one, are you getting one?
Oh,
Am
good
I?
point.
No. If for some reason I happen to get a 4K television in the next, I don't know, year or two maybe.
Do you
market's
even
not there.
have enough reason to buy an Xbox One?
There you go.
The only reason I would buy an Xbox is for A, a new Fable, and B, to play Halo with Deanna. But that would literally be it. Like,
Fair.
there would be no other reason for me to have that box than simply for Fable and Halo. And maybe a Banjo game. If it actually is good and it came out.
Exclusive.
But you can play it on that bad boy right there.
And that's the hard part about it, too. And that's really the cock block of it all, I guess, to throw it out there, is why would I get that machine when I can run it on a computer that I literally built yesterday?
True.
Teddy, you buy an Xbox One X? Taking off the glasses.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dang.
No.
Okay.
Dave, are you getting one?
Maybe eventually.
Eventually. So not off the bat, not at launch.
There is definitely the yearning to get the most powerful home console out there.
I feel the same.
I bought a PlayStation 4 Pro, because like Horizon looks great on that, whether it's on 1080p or 4K, but
Fake 4K.
Yeah, it's fake. 4K.
well, I mean on a 4K
3.5K.
TV,
Yeah.
But it's.
We gotta get technical with that.
I'm talking about the television.
Yeah.
That's not a correction. Not
What-
a correction.
what's that?
It's not a correction. That I said that the Pro was a 4K.
Oh,
Instead of talking
I
about the
hear you.
television set.
I love Dave. He fact checks us constantly.
He
I
watches
love
every
it.
episode.
do.
I love it. Thank you for
Um,
being the part of the five.
yes, you're welcome. I expect a T-shirt.
All right.
It's
It's in the mail.
But yeah, I mean, if they give me a game,
Nope.
they give me
Nope.
no.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
You want Halo 6? Fable? I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll go
They'll
on.
never do it. That's dead.
Listen, Microsoft.
I think it'll come back eventually, but it'll never be the Fable that we knew from the first three, put it that way. And I did include
Or
three.
first.
Yeah. He's the camera operator.
I assumed you guys were doing this.
Look at that's a perfect shot.
Exactly.
Alright. Neither of our cameras will let us hook it up to the TV and record at the same time.
Or charge
Too
and
much.
record at the same time.
Too much.
Now
Yeah.
we know when we're in and out now. Excellent.
Beautiful.
Nice.
We look good.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of good, or iffy. Yeah, exactly, iffy. Sony had a press conference
Ooh.
this week at
Enlighten
E3.
us. Enlighten us.
Okay, well, here are the highlights. Matterfall. You know, I remember Matterfall, but I don't remember anything about it. They announced that before E3,
I heard
right?
of Titanfall.
Yeah, that's cool
This
too.
was a Matterfall thing.
Well, Matterfall, anyway.
It's non-specific.
The big one, really the big one, the only surprise they had was that they're doing a full-on, complete remake of Shadow of the Colossus, which
I
is
was
a big
surprised.
fucking deal.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC. It's gonna be big. They showed a story trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and announced a bunch of new characters that we knew were coming.
Yeah.
Because they were all from the previous game.
Some of them.
Please don't half-ass that game.
They did announce Monster Hunter World, which is a big deal because it's the first Monster
Yes.
Hunter on a non-Nintendo platform since the PSP games.
Big.
This guy's
It's
excited.
big.
Ni no Kuni 2
Thank you.
Revenant Kingdom gets
Yes.
a release date for November 10th. That's a big deal.
2017.
Yep.
Sweet.
It's
Yep,
also
this
coming out
November.
on PC. And
I
so
love
is
Neo
Monster
Kuni.
Hunter World.
Yeah.
Knack 2 is in September.
No one cares, but I hear it's actually shaping up nice.
I do hear that it's actually
Yeah.
nice, yeah. Insomniac Spider-Man is not going to come out until next year.
And Dave.
Maybe.
Uh,
Maybe. I have some thoughts on that.
I'm not sure.
God of War, the reboot, or it's a sequel, but the relaunch of the series, 2018. Gran Turismo
Wait, what?
Sport. Oh, you didn't know?
Say that again?
Comes out in the spring.
I'm so
So-
sorry.
I know, that's the big, that was the big letdown. Is
Wait,
it's
what?
not
Wait,
coming anytime
the-
soon.
Not.
God of War.
Oh,
God of War
reboot.
4. Well, it's just called God of War, but it's the 4th chapter. Well, it's like the
I thought it was
18th
2017.
chapter. We thought it was 2017, but it turns out that the actual date is spring 2018. They showed it after this amazing trailer.
Wait,
It's a
but
big
didn't that
fuck
huge
yourself.
poster say 2017?
You're right.
Right?
What the fuck happened with that?
Wait, you didn't.
You're
That's why I was
absolutely
so-
right.
Wait, did you not hear?
I mean, it wasn't.
Remember in my Microsoft bit, I said smart move to release everything.
Well, I heard
you
that.
guys didn't catch that?
I caught that, but I didn't want to be like,
I just
no,
thought,
bro.
like, afterwards...
Maybe
Well,
it was a
God,
last
well,
second
sure,
delay. Maybe the delay.
Smart
probably
move for not
was-
correcting me because
Honestly,
now you caught me with the shot. Really, it's 2018.
We'll get to God. It's spring, yeah. We'll get to God of War after, but they probably did decide, fuck it, we don't need the big. They have never had a big fall game for the PlayStation 4. They've never had it unless you count The Last Guardian
That
fall.
wasn't big.
No, we don't count that. They've never had a killer app in the fucking summer. I'm talking about the the fall. They've never had a Christmas game this year. This generation. It's all been third-party stuff.
No way.
And they're not doing it this year either. So anyway, real quick though, Gran Turismo Sport, if you believe them, it's 2017.
No, it's not.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, they had a nice trailer. It comes out in August. And then the big deal, I thought it was a big deal, Super Hot VR and Skyrim VR. And they mentioned in the Bethesda conference Doom VFR and Fallout 4 is not coming to PlayStation though. I don't think.
That one. That
Is
one.
it
someone else's
I
Sonic
have it
Realms?
pre-ordered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fallout
It's you too, right? That's what I thought.
Fallout 4 VR to PlayStation VR as well.
Pizza.
So, you want some pizza after?
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Well, we're going to cut after this.
No, we'll see.
Okay.
I could start.
I have a note here that said everything was expected. Plus
Everything
delays.
is awesome.
Everything is awesome except for the PlayStation conference. Everything was delayed or just given a date that was not satisfactory to PlayStation fans like myself. Or Teddy. And they didn't have any surprises though. But anyway, let's start with Teddy and then we'll work our way this way. What did
Okay.
you think of Sony?
Well, now that you enlightened me, because before E3 happens, right? Did they not put up that huge poster on the side of the building that said
we're in New
November
York.
something 2017, right?
We weren't there, but that was all over Twitter and all over every gaming website.
You just completely blew my mind when you told. I didn't know it was spring. I thought it was 2017 still.
Yeah. No.
So, I was gonna go with a B.
You're reeling. You're
Yeah,
reeling from this.
I'm completely shocked. I was totally stoked and ready for God of War this coming holiday season, and now you completely just. I know you're just a
Wrecked you.
messenger, but I want to like cave your face in now.
No, dude, like I'm a diehard God of War fan. And when I saw, they actually turned the music up in the conference hall
Of course.
at the end of the
As they
trailer
should.
when the blood came down and it said 2018, and they turned the music up so that you couldn't hear the groans because everybody was like blown away by this incredible trailer. And then it says 2018, and everybody's like, "I'm sorry, what?" You know that blinking meme where the
But I was most happy actually, not only just believing God of War was 2017, but I'm a pretty big Spider-Man fan. So watching some actual footage this time was great. That was a winner. That was a standout title right there. Putting Insomniac at the helm of that.
Perfect
I don't
decision.
see any lose situation there. Like I said, it was gonna be a B, but with God of War not making it this holiday season, it is now a C. Sony,
A full grade drop.
ouch,
God of War is it's a system seller.
right in the dick.
It's a system seller. That would have been good with your PS4 Pro probably, and you could have probably bumped it up to 30% as opposed to 20.
Quick little factoid. True
factoid.
Yep, got one.
Uh-oh.
All that entire trailer, Sony confirmed, was rendered. Or it wasn't rendered. It was showing off actual gameplay from the regular PS4 version.
Wow.
It was not from the PS4 Pro build.
So, have you given up on PS4 Pro already? Because if it can run on your regular PS4, why are we buying it?
I mean, I'm sure it'll be even prettier on PS4 Pro, but
You didn't help yourself there, so that's for sure.
you're just not helping yourself.
Yeah. So Microsoft, if you can be 20% again, because Sony's apparently given up on that, in my eyes anyway. But Dave, what did you think?
So yeah, there wasn't any big surprises. That was a definite.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the big differing factor to the other ones is that I actually want to play the vast majority of these. Whereas, I'll play State of Decay and Crackdown and Forza and probably Sea of Thieves for a little while. I want to play, the Shadow of the Colossus remake. I want to play Spider-Man a lot.
Yes.
I want to play the Horizon DLC because, I loved that game. Super hot. All the VR stuff. I have a VR headset.
Sassy Matt. I'm gonna change him in the chat to Sassy Matt.
No more mean Matt
Hey.
Alvaros.
Hey, I'm a fan of Sassy Matt, okay?
I like him.
I'm a fan of
So we had a technical difficulty, go figure. I don't even remember where we left off. Who was talking? Dave?
I believe I was telling them that I was invested in PlayStation
In the
VR.
right peak. Oh, okay.
And I'm a sellout like that.
Continue.
And I wanted something to strap onto my face and look like an idiot. But I want more things to play that with.
Yeah.
So
Well, the fact that if I could jump in, the fact that they have things like Doom VFR, which is actually a spin-off slash sequel, but Skyrim and Fallout, those are legit. Those are full games. Those are not like the Star Wars Battlefront experience.
Yeah.
Or the fucking what was the other big one that was an experience? Batman was nice, but it
There's
was
a
2
Call
hours.
of Duty one.
Yeah, I mean, they had all these
yeah.
experiences, but these are the full games in fucking VR, so that's a big deal.
I still have they said anything about how those are going to control?
I assume PlayStation Move, because they showed the Move.
I don't know how you walk.
There's no joystick, is there?
There's no choice.
Oh, there is on there is on the left part. Oh,
No, you don't use that one. You don't use the navigation controller.
I don't know,
I have
but they
no
did
idea.
show video footage on the Bethesda conference with the Vive motion controllers.
Yeah, the Vive makes sense,
Yeah.
and Doom VFR, the way they have that set up, makes sense. But for Skyrim and Fallout, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm
coming
I'm
up.
gonna find out.
You're gonna investigate for us?
I will.
Okay.
But overall, it was by the numbers. I mean, they stayed on topic again. That Sony knows what they're doing with any free press conference. They didn't have to be outlandish. C+, I would give them. Honestly.
Sony.
Yeah. Overall, just because there's nothing that blew us away. There's no. We're making a new Crash Bandicoot game or anything like that.
Excuse me. We laughed a lot when we were having our technical difficulty. It really fucked up my throat. So okay, here's my feeling on.
No,
No,
make
stop
that joke.
it. He just said he wanted a strap on his face and nobody bit. I say my throat hurts and everybody's ready to pounce on.
Somebody bit.
So
I didn't say shit. I don't know what they talking about.
okay, so Sony. Here's my deal. I'm a big PlayStation guy.
Okay.
They've had what the internet lovingly refers to as the Year of Dreams 4 consecutive fucking years in a row. Okay? In 2013, they just fucking kept kicking Microsoft in the nuts. They're like, we got the better machine, it's inexpensive, you don't need to use the camera, we don't have any DRM on our games, you can just trade them. That started it. And then in the years since then, they did the Kingdom Hearts 3 reveal, the Final Fantasy 7 Remake reveal, Shenmue 3. They've had the Year of Dreams 4 consecutive years in a row. This year, they could not possibly top that. What?
I don't agree necessarily, but
Okay.
but
Well, you
that's
don't have
okay.
to.
That's for another time.
Right. They've been killing. They've probably had the 4 biggest years ever in the history of E3. I can't even say it out loud. But no, they have been phenomenal. And then this year they couldn't possibly top it at all, regardless of what they showed. It just wasn't going to happen because they've been so strong. But then not only did they not top it, they just had a really good conference that was good, and it was okay. And the announcements that they had did not surprise us because we knew all of them were coming because they showed them last year. Uncharted not Golden Abyss, Uncharted The Lost Legacy, they showed last year in an extended trailer when they revealed it. Sweet, it's coming out soon. They had another big trailer.
Wait, was that PSX?
Probably. probably, but it was still last year.
Yeah, that wasn't easy.
Fact checker.
But
I like it.
no, I said it was last year. They showed it last year. It was still last year.
I was just asking if it was.
No, you got me. Gran Turismo Sport. Nobody cares. No,
I kinda
nobody.
care.
I'll buy it.
Okay.
It's got VR support.
For your PlayStation VR version 3.0 when it comes out. God of War is going to be phenomenal. They showed another great trailer, but we already knew it was coming. They showed it last year. Knack 2, they showed it last year. Spider-Man, well, I'm going to talk about Spider-Man in a minute. I thought the biggest thing that they announced was the VR support, which is great because they're actually supporting the VR headset with actual games. Spider-Man, the problem with Spider-Man, this is my thing with Spider-Man.
Oh.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
For this.
For the mega IP that Sony's going to put out, they're going to have God of War and they're going to have Spider-Man probably next year. They're putting this in the same class with The Last of Us Part 2, God of War, all these other first-party releases because it's an exclusive and it's a deal with Sony Movie Studio and all that. That's good. But the problem with Spider-Man is that it requires you to be a Spider-Man guy. I'm sure it'll be a great fucking game, just like all of Insomniac's open-world games are. I'm not a Spider-Man guy. I've read a lot of Spider-Man. I'm a Batman guy. You know what I mean? Like, if it was Arkham and that was exclusive to Sony, it would be like, holy shit, they have an exclusive Arkham game or something.
Yeah.
I'm just not that invested in the Spider-Man IP by itself. Like, I can appreciate it. It looks fucking cool, but I'm just not that excited, I guess, is pretty much what I'm saying.
That can be said about, and I'm sure we'll get to it, Nintendo stuff too. So
Yeah, I know you feel the same way. But, I don't know, Spider-Man's gonna be cool. I don't think it's as amazing as everybody's making it out to be. Not just because of the IP, but I mean, they've had good Spider-Man games in the past. They've had really bad Spider-Man games in the past. But I mean, like, remember Spider-Man 2? That was fucking great at the time for PS2. That was, like, the definitive superhero open world experience on consoles.
It's a definitive movie game.
Licensed game. And that was a big deal at the time. And then Ultimate Spider-Man was really good, too, but I don't know. Maybe I just feel like I've been there and I've done that. But in terms of the... Well, like I said again, though, for Sony, like, I'm a fucking PlayStation guy, see? Tattoo. Like, I don't know.
You were disappointed.
I was disappointed. Like, I can't wait for God of War. That's going to be huge. But I knew fucking damn well. I'm like, you watch, it's going to be 2018. It's going to be 2018. I just knew it, and then sure enough, it came up at the end. And then for Spider-Man to end the conference, I don't know, like, these games, we all knew these games were coming. That's not all E3 is about. It's not all about fucking just showing you stuff that you weren't expecting. But that's definitely part of it for me, at least.
That's like the biggest part.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
That's
for you too?
That's 60% of the conference for me.
Yeah!
I want to know the future of my machine, not the shit that I would already know.
But not only that, to go along with that, all these big games that they're focused on this year, they showed last year.
Yeah.
You know? And the VR support, that's good, but I mean, Fallout 4 is fucking 2 years old now. And,
yeah.
But I mean, it's a big deal that it's on VR, but I mean, it's still an old game. And same with Doom, like, even though it's kind of a spin-off, I mean, I'm a fucking big Doom fan. I don't have PlayStation VR, I would kill to fucking play that game, but it's still, this is old news.
Yeah, and does...
Big Doom fan.
Big Doom fan. That's
and does Doom, Skyrim, Fallout, Super Hot sell VR units?
I think it will. I think that's a big deal.
I can't speak to that.
In terms of having like $40 and $50 and $60 games on that instead of, you know, the $20 2-hour Batman experience. I think it's big.
I think
that's
it's
me
big
from the outside looking in.
I think it's big that they're cross. I think that they're on Vive and they're on.
Yeah.
VR.
It's one of the big boys now. It's not the super low res, low rent version of Vive. They're on the same playing field for the most part. I give the conference I give it like a C-, considering I wanted to see like a fucking B+ or an A.
Interesting.
Matt?
Interesting.
So, I'm a little bit more critical of Sony because they have the upswing. Definitely 100%.
I'm noticing you said you're a little bit more critical of Microsoft. You're a little bit more critical of Sony.
I'm a little bit more critical of Nintendo too. I have some.
You just say
I have some more criticisms
there.
of Nintendo this year too. I wasn't happy with 100% of everything that came out of the Nintendo conference.
We'll get to Nintendo after.
But Sony, straight up, like C- to C+, depending on how you look at it. Honestly, the two best parts of that conference I personally enjoyed, Ni no Kuni 2 and Monster Hunter World, but those are both coming out on PC too.
Did they show a trailer for another trailer for Ni no Kuni?
There was one way before that, but as far as we knew then, it was only on PS4, but then it came out after that it's going to be on PC.
But this year, did they show a trailer for it? Another trailer?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, there was a new Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom trailer, but the two biggest things that I liked at the Sony conference were also on PC, so I can't really attribute that to them. If those were Sony exclusive games, this would be like a B+. I would fucking love the shit out of that. That'd be like the two things to get me to turn on my PlayStation again. But honestly, with those being PC available, it's hard for me to be like, this is something that makes me turn on my machine, because it's not going to be.
And
you know what I really hate? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, also, the things that are exclusive, they say they're exclusive, are exclusive.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I really hate? Is that a lot of people would come up and they'd be like, well, just because it's on PC too doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, like when you're a PlayStation fan like I am.
That's exactly how you sound.
Yeah. When you're a PlayStation fan, like, people says, like, well, why do you have to, like, I love parody in all games, and, like, you can still enjoy your Xbox when I live on PlayStation. Yeah, fine, whatever, but, like, you and I, we're, like, Nintendo fans. We're not fanboys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, we want Nintendo to do really well, because we love Nintendo. It's like a sports team, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can still appreciate what Xbox is doing with the One X, but, like, you want exclusives on your console.
Succeed.
Yeah, so
we're ultimately biased, no matter what.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Did you stop it?
No, I got it recording. See, Teddy's right there.
Oh, excellent.
Is that
What? Everybody's in the shot.
okay? Nintendo, believe it or not, they were also at E3. They just didn't do a conference. They did a
Spotlight.
Nintendo Spotlight, which is kind of like their Nintendo Directs, which actually over time now I'm getting into. Like, it's better for them to be pre-recorded and they have higher production values, and they don't have to worry about, in my opinion, they don't have to worry about fucking up live on stage.
The theatrics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Hit us with the highlights.
here's the highlights. Super Mario Odyssey is official for October 27th. That's
for
going to
real.
be fucking huge.
It's gonna make it.
Metroid Prime 4 was the big surprise people have been asking for fucking ever. I'm more of a 2D Metroid guy, but Metroid Prime 4 is fucking huge. It's many years away. They showed a quick teaser trailer of the logo with the music, and that's it. And they said it's confirmed in development. It'll be here eventually. They did pretty much the same thing. They confirmed, the Pokemon Company confirmed that they're making a next-gen, full-on, core Pokemon RPG for Switch.
No logo this time, just
No
the dude
logo.
talking about it.
Yep.
And then they didn't have titles for this next two, but they had extended trailers of a new Kirby side-scroller for Switch, which looks very nice.
Yep.
And an untitled Yoshi game, which is kind of like a mix between Paper Mario and
Woolly World?
Yoshi's Woolly World, yep, for Switch. And then there was some 3DS love after the conference, which is what I was getting ready to tell you a minute ago. I thought the conference was over with Mario Odyssey. And then they announced a shit ton more things in the Treehouse, what do you call it, the Treehouse Live?
Yeah, Treehouse Live.
Treehouse Live. By the way, that girl with the blue hair, she's kind of sexy. She's on all the do you know who I'm talking about?
Easy.
Sam, I think her name is. She does all the Nintendo Treehouse Live things after all of these. She's hot.
Matt just turns that switch off in his brain when he watches Nintendo stuff.
He's too hard about Nintendo. Anyway, they they had some 3DS love after. The 3DS is not dead. And I'm actually excited. Like, I was ready to never play 3DS again. What are you giggling about?
Nothing, bro.
You'll see
Alright.
in the edit.
Alright.
I'm excited to not play my 3DS ever again.
Well,
too.
they fucking announced, here's probably the biggest, well, I can't say the biggest news, but it was fucking huge. There's a side-scrolling Metroid again. The first since,
That's way bigger than
It's
that.
huge!
Yeah.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not actually.
Good, because this is the first fucking side-scrolling Metroid since Metroid Fusion in 2004, which launched day and date with Metroid Prime 2, if I remember right.
I just noticed we have cash on the table for some.
Yeah, we got cash.
That's cool.
Cash money.
Pizza's coming. But yeah, fuck it. It's called Metroid Samus Returns, and it took me a minute. And I'm like, man, that's a stupid title, but it's actually a remake of Metroid 2: The Return of Samus. It's kind of like 2.5D side-scrolling on 3DS. I'm gonna get it.
On 3DS.
And then they also announced a remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on 3DS, but it also comes with new scenes and new moves and partially a second campaign with Bowser's minions. A little note, a lot of stuff was missing, but we were too rock hard to really notice. No virtual console announcements whatsoever. No new Castlevania. No Super Smash Brothers on Switch, which really hurts. Doesn't... Well, okay, let me finish first. And no SNES Classic Edition. But speaking of which, especially with that last one, just because they didn't announce things here on Treehouse and everything, doesn't mean that it's not coming, because Nintendo traditionally has held off so many announcements and they sprinkle them throughout the year. Like the NES Classic Edition last year, they announced that like a month before it came out or something. And it was just on a random fucking Nintendo video. What do you call them again?
Nintendo Spotlight. Or
Well, a Nintendo Direct during the year.
Direct.
They just had a random Direct, and they're like, hey, NES Classic Edition, it's gonna be fucking huge, and it was. So you never know. They could do a Smash Direct, like, right before Christmas saying, hey, guess it's coming out in the spring. You know what I mean? Like, that's very
That's
Nintendo.
the way to do it, though.
I
like it.
But man, that's a glaring omission. But anyway, Matt, the resident Nintendo guy.
You're gonna be critical, aren't you?
Yeah, I was fairly critical of Nintendo this year as well. Well, no, I went in.
Did
with
you just say that you're critical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it
Give
back
him
clear.
time.
I tried to go in with a little bit more, like, of a realistic approach with it. And that's what I meant by critical, is because the reality is the majority of the games announced at E3 are not coming this year. And Nintendo even said at the beginning of their conference, or at the beginning of their spotlight or whatever, the majority of these games that we're going to be showing you today are coming in 2017. My fucking ass. Kirby's not coming in 2017. Why did you show me that?
That's true, they did say that, yeah.
And then Yoshi's not coming in 2017. Not like I give a shit, but still. Xenoblade, I'll be absolutely stunned if it
I
makes
forgot
it.
to put that on.
I'll be stunned if
That
Xenoblade
was-
makes it to 2017.
Just to interject, that was confirmed for 2017 release.
It was confirmed for 2017.
And
Whether
it
or not
had-
it actually makes it.
It had a really long trailer with it too, though. All in game.
And they played like
Is it out
40
in Japan?
minutes. No.
No.
They
it'd
played
be
like
day and
40
date.
minutes of it on Treehouse Live. But
Yeah.
then again, they did that for years with Xenoblade Chronicles
Yeah.
X, so I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
That'll be a big surprise if it actually does.
And then a Pokemon game that is literally 2 years out. How's that 2017? Kind of disappointed with that.
But you get Pokken.
But we knew about that like weeks before the conference or the
Pokken
spotlight.
that. That'll
Yeah.
hold you over.
I mean-
That'll hold all the Pokemon fans over.
Mario Odyssey, I mean, looks fucking amazing. It's hard to say anything other than that. It looks fucking great. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Oh, I've got so much to say. I'm just
And-
waiting.
Besides that, I mean, Metroid Prime 4 not coming in 2017. Nintendo honestly gets like a fucking like B to B plus. Like it's kind of that weird, depending on how you take it, kind of thing. B to B plus. They're not getting an A from me. I like the announcements. I love the fucking announcements. But none of them are this year. Other than, I mean, I guess Fire Emblem Warriors. We got this year, and
Maybe.
Splatoon. We already knew about. ARMS came out today.
Wait a minute. So for the record, what's the grade?
Mario. I'm gonna put it right in the middle at a B.
So it's better. That ranks according to your grading. That's higher than Microsoft and Sony, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Just wanted to
It's
get that
not a
clear.
lot higher, but it's higher.
It's
I
better.
was generally disappointed because everything was in 2018 that I wanted to play that we didn't already know about. Pokken and Fire Emblem Warriors we knew way ahead of time. Splatoon and ARMS we knew way ahead of time. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle is in August, but seriously, who gives a shit about that? That's XCOM and Mario had a fucking weird deformed baby, and it's gonna shit out on Nintendo Switch on August something.
Oh, that might be the pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza time.
That's a cut.
Pizza break.
It's useful.
Pizza time is over.
Okay. So your point was well taken about Nintendo. I agree and I disagree. I think hands down they won E3, not just because I'm a Nintendo guy. For one, what did we say going into E3 this year? We said, holy shit, if they have probably one of the greatest games ever in Zelda, and the fucking return after 7 years of a core Mario game, releasing in the first year of a Nintendo console's launch, it'll be fucking legendary. And that's exactly what they solidified, because the rumors were true. Super Mario Odyssey was pretty much almost gone gold last year.
Done deal.
Or this year when the Switch launched. It probably could have made launch if the rumors are to be believed. But yeah, it's coming October 27th, on the same day that a lot of other games are coming. But that's going to be fucking huge. Year of Dreams Part 5, technically, for Nintendo. Because not only did they announce a Metroid Prime 4, but they also announced a 2D Metroid. That's the best of both worlds for like the hardest of hardcore Nintendo fans. Whether it's years away or not, it's still fucking huge that they confirmed Metroid Prime 4 is real. I don't really care about Metroid Prime 4. I was always a 2D Metroid guy. It's enough to get my 3DS out of the fucking closet because I'll be getting Samus Returns. Pokemon, we knew that eventually it would come. I have a feeling it'll be next November. They usually hit every November.
Yeah. I think that's probably a strong possibility too.
Yeah.
With November.
The Kirby and the Yoshi, I don't really care. It's neat that they're coming. Particularly Kirby. I'll probably get Kirby because Kirby's awesome. Superstar Saga, I played it when the original came out. It was a bummer that there was no virtual console and everything, but the fact that Nintendo, if you look at what Nintendo has coming out this fall, I think they have the strongest fall lineup. They have Super Mario Odyssey. If you believe them, they have Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yep.
Splatoon's coming out in July. Not really the fall, but it's their lead up to the fall.
Pokken and Fire Emblem Warriors.
Pokken Tournament DX, Fire Emblem Warriors, and Mario and Rabbids, plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle in August. So that's a pretty hell of a good lineup.
And they need it for the Switch.
And they need it for the Switch, and it's actually getting quite a hefty lineup together overall for the console's first year on the market. But it came out in March. From March till December, it's going to have a nice first year launch lineup. But Odyssey, we're gonna kind of talk about what we thought was our game of the show and who won E3, but I'll just say it now, I think Nintendo won E3 hands down. Mario Odyssey was my second game of the show. It's not number one, we'll talk about it later. Mario Odyssey looks fucking great. Like, they've reinvented the 3D platformer yet again. Everybody that's played it at E3, almost every big publication, everybody at Giant Bomb and almost everybody at IGN said that it was their game of the show. They played it. Personally, we only got to see videos. Looks really awesome. You got all these, like the pinstripe suit that Mario can wear that was on the cover of NES Golf from 1985. The fucking safari hat from Mario Picross. All these different little Easter eggs for old farts like me that played the Super Mario games back in the day. Super excited about it. It's been 7 years since Super Mario Galaxy 2. That was the last core Mario game. I'm a diehard Mario fan. I'm fucking ready to go. I think they won. That's all I got to say about that. Dave?
So yeah, Nintendo.
Oh wait, I give them a.
Yes.
I give them a grade of A minus. In terms of what they showed, and the presentation itself, they're a little unorthodox because they have their Nintendo Direct style videos. But it was neat. It had Reggie at the beginning. They had a quick appearance by Oranuma, or how do you say it? How do you say it?
Aonuma.
Yeah, him. The producer on the Zelda series. And Miyamoto was in it for a second. It was neat. And they had the Pokemon Company there. They had all the big hitters. They had the surprises with Metroid. But I was a little shocked for a minute that it kind of just ended after the Mario Odyssey segment. And I was like, wait, that was only 25 minutes. Is there anything else? And then it popped on with the Treehouse Live after, and they had many hours worth of coverage after that. But I didn't realize it at first. And I went onto YouTube like an hour or two later, and all of a sudden I see Metroid: The Return of Samus, Mario Superstar Saga, all these 3DS games, and a couple of other Switch things I think that they talked about, small things. So they actually had a lot more to show that they didn't show in their 25-minute video package. But for the presentation, I give them a C+. Dave.
So yeah, Nintendo E3 winner of 2018.
2018?
2018.
That's not a typo.
That's not a typo, no. Because when I see Metroid Prime 4, yeah.
Now, wait a minute. To play devil's advocate.
Okay.
You said Sony, you gave Sony the highest grade so far, correct?
Thus far, they
That's
got
a
a
nice
C plus compared to.
But everything they showed comes out in 2018.
Mm-hmm. Most of what they show comes out in 2018.
Yeah, but Dave's talking about E3 2018.
Yeah, this is next year. This time.
I know, but you're saying Nintendo.
But we're talking about this year, but you're
The majority of what they showed isn't coming out until next year. But that's the same critique that we had of Sony.
Well, I've gotten one game in, mind you, but
maybe you should let them
to
in
Nintendo. Because
the floor is yours.
Because the thing is, and this is where the bias comes in. This is a big thing. I care about Metroid Prime probably more than I care about the 2D stuff, and I care about Pokemon. I care about the RPGs. I care about the mainline Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Both of those games we got nearly nothing of. And apart from Super Mario Odyssey,
Xenoblade.
I honestly wanted to get into Xenoblade, but it's so hard. It lays so hard into JRPG.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to spend 120 hours into that game. It's the same reason why I can't delve that deep into Persona.
Exactly.
I want to love those games, but I don't have.
Sorry, guys. No, Justin was given. You guys probably might not see that, but Justin was giving Dave the straight up death stare before.
No,
please, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I needed to get a picture.
I was surprised at first because I thought he was saying Nintendo won E3 this year, and I was shocked because Dave and I talked about this before, and he was critical of Nintendo. So I was like,
"Yeah,
I'm
sorry for breaking
up
your segment."
That's fine. So I don't care about Kirby, and I don't care about Yoshi.
Fair.
You didn't grow up on Nintendo the same way we did.
No,
right?
no, I did. I went to Genesis after NES, so
You were a Genesis kid.
I don't have those same attachments, and I don't particularly love the Mario series, but I have a huge respect for Mario, and I'm pumped to play as T-Rex Mario.
So weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
I'm down for that crazy weird stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird, man.
And I'm good with that, but nothing else stood out to me. I don't have a connection to Fire Emblem, so I like Dynasty Warriors, but I need that connection, so I'd play Hyrule Warriors, but I wouldn't play this.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda DLC stuff the first one is like, oh yeah, we get hard mode and some dungeons.
It's a Trial of the Sword, so it's like a
dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna say.
yeah, it's essentially a giant series of
It's
dungeons.
wicked hard dungeon.
The second one that comes out in the fall though is going to be the story
That's the
DLC.
story. Yeah, and that's the one I'm interested
Yeah,
in.
me too.
That's the one I'll buy.
Yeah.
I won't buy the first one.
Well, you gotta buy them as
you
one
gotta-
pack for
you gotta
$20.
buy everything.
Well, then I'm not buying it.
So,
It's
safe to say that I'm
You lose, Nintendo.
Sorry.
it's safe to say that I'm the only one that has yet to play Breath of the Wild, right?
So,
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're the only person on the entire planet.
For very nearly.
I apologize, community.
Please understand.
Oh man.
But
Still
yeah,
unopened.
it's. I mean, I absolutely love that game. It's the first Zelda game that I've actually completed. So that's
True
that's
factoid.
big. True factoid. So that is finally like this new age Nintendo saying, "Hey, we realize that the people who grew up on these games are now adults, and they don't need your hand held in 6 hours of tutorials." So yeah, and I'll buy Rocket League.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot to put that in.
Major. That is major.
Shit,
That's
that's
a
huge.
good pickup,
Yeah.
and I'll buy that. But I didn't have. I mean, if they showed me a little bit of Metroid's engine, if they showed me something about Pokemon, I would take Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon on the Switch.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
that was such a
In a
disappointment.
heartbeat.
That was disappointing.
But instead, they're like, "Here's your Pokken." Wait until the next one. And it's the same for the Samus Returns. I would buy that in a heartbeat on the Switch. I'm not gonna dust off my 3DS for that because I'm gonna look at and feel my 3DS, a new 3DS XL, and think, man, this would be really nice on the Switch.
That resolution.
100% of the
It's
time.
gonna be there though.
That resolution hurts when you go back and watch that. Though.
Yes.
The old screen.
So that's I can't do that, and no Virtual Console, no Castlevania, no Super Smash. They get a C.
Whoa.
They get a C.
Get past them.
But you're already predicting they're gonna win 2018, so Sony and Microsoft shouldn't even show up, right?
If they give us everything that they said this year,
If they show us that stuff and the Switch is still strong,
Stay home, guys.
You know, just to interject for a minute, we talk about this year, next year. I kind of feel like at E3, which gives you the projection of the whole year, I kind of feel like we're at the ass end of the generation, kind of like where we were in 2011 and 12 for the PS3 and 360. Because I remember at the time I was like, no, we don't need new consoles, they're awesome. And then games like Bioshock Infinite came out and was like, holy shit, like we could still have great games like
Still
this on the
squeeze
old
life out of these.
Yeah, but then like E3 started coming out and like Resident Evil 6 was out that year. And then like there was nothing at E3. And they had like PlayStation Move and Kinect, but it wasn't really, those were dying out at the time, and it was like, shit, we might be heading toward new consoles soon because they're kind of pooping out. This year I kind of feel like we have God of War coming, and we have, well, Nintendo doesn't count because they're in between console cycles, but we have God of War and we have Crackdown 3. Is this going to be the end of the console generation or not? I don't know, because it's different now because we have the in-between consoles, but...
I think it's a multitude of things.
But
it's good to
there's
touch
nothing
on.
else coming out. The Last of Us Part 2. And that might be the swan song of this generation. I think that's where we are.
we're doing a thing.
Doing thing.
The ARMS theme song is not good.
That's how this podcast should start off.
Absolutely not.
True
One,
factoid.
we'll get a fucking...
I love.
We can't
Strike
play that name.
immediately.
Teddy's got
True
something.
factoid. I love Taiko Drum Master, and I wish they would bring that back. But anyway, here's my take on Nintendo's E3, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call
Spotlight.
They're a solid B.
Okay.
They, for me, get the highest score because I feel they did a lot of fan service in this. They showed a lot of things that people have been inquiring about. They solidified Odyssey. It is real and will be out this year. I had my doubts. Rocket League was completely caught me by surprise, and you know what? It is, like you said, it was a perfect pickup. It's totally made for this kind of platform. I didn't expect Kirby. Fan service right there. I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a fan of Kirby, but you know what? I might buy it. Maybe I'll open my Switch at that point. Who knows? But I think I'll buy it just because I appreciate what Nintendo's doing. Metroid Prime, I completely didn't expect that. Like, once again, fan service.
Any Metroids.
Yeah, like excellent fan service right there. The only thing that was, if you want to call it lacking, this probably would have bumped them at least to an A. If they showed something about Smash, I think that would have been a solid. Yeah. That would have been like instant win amongst the press, in my opinion. Just showing that one alone. But I also wanted to get back to Dave mentioning about Pokemon Sun and Moon for 3DS. I completely agree with him on that point. Like, probably should have been. It would have been better suited for a Switch. You probably would have sold even more units and kept that momentum. The momentum's there, but they could have further built.
Yeah, stacked upon it.
You might as well. At this point, Nintendo, you got a great thing going. You're relevant again. And since you're relevant again, people have definitely appreciated the fan service with your E3. Hands down, you won. Period. B. Solid. Good show. And apparently, according to Dave, Sony, Microsoft don't even show up next year.
You're done.
Yeah, that's right. Moving on.
Anybody else have anything to say about Nintendo?
No.
Oh, yes. They announced Amiibos, right?
Oh yeah, that's the other big thing.
And those things went fast.
I got all of them. I was so excited.
I had a chance to pre-order the 4 champions. Well, real quick, they announced a couple new series. They announced 2 new Metroid Amiibo for Samus Returns. One of Samus doing her little thing that she does on the cover of Metroid 2 from 1991. And the other is of a squishy Metroid breaking out of her containment vessel. Then they also announced 4 new Zelda Amiibo, which are the 4 champions within Breath of the Wild. Man, I really want those. And they also announced 3 Super Mario Odyssey ones, all in their wedding tuxes, and yeah, it's Mario, Peach, and Bowser in their wedding attire. That's really cool. If I have to skip any, I'll skip those.
You can make your fan fiction come true with your Amiibos.
So cute, though. Man, I want them all. Amiibos are far from dead. Toys to Life may be dead, but not Amiibo.
If only you could see the shelf to my right.
Not gonna happen.
You might want to tell, was it Ubisoft about the Toys to Life thing?
Activision.
Oh.
They do Skylanders.
No, there's the... that Ubisoft
Oh,
game?
so Ubisoft... Yeah, let's talk about that now since Ubisoft is next anime. Everybody knows at this point they announced Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is a neat little weird Mario game with the Rabbids. And they're putting out a bunch of 3-inch and 6-inch, basically Amiibo, for both the Mario and the Rabbids franchise that are $40 a piece for the big ones.
What?
But they're not Amiibo, and they don't have Amiibo functionality. They're just collectible figures.
That's awful.
That's pretty fucking weird.
What a fucking scam.
Good job, Ubisoft.
But they're Nintendo, so get your wallet out.
Yeah.
That's how they split the difference.
If Ubisoft made it, the quality is gonna be like shit tier.
And you're still gonna
buy it. You're gonna buy it still, right?
Yeah, it is fair.
That's how you're splitting it. They have 50-50 profits, Nintendo, Ubisoft, and that's it.
Okay, well, since you mentioned Ubisoft, on to the next one. This might be shorter. So they announced Assassin's Creed Origins officially, October 27th. Man, that's going to be an expensive day.
Same day as Mario?
Fuck, and Wolfenstein. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Skull and Bones, which I'm psyched for, is the spiritual successor to Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I have mixed feelings on that one.
I mean, they didn't show gameplay. Or they did, but I didn't see.
Yeah.
Well, the trailer I saw was all CG.
No, they showed a full playthrough.
Later?
It was in the press conference.
Yeah, I didn't see that though. I just saw the trailer.
Oh.
Starlink Battle for Atlas, don't care. I don't.
That's Toys to Life, by the way.
Now suddenly I care. Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll have to look into that.
It's it's a spaceship type thing, and you hook on the different attachments to use them in the game.
No.
True factoid.
Not anymore.
DOA.
No.
Is a Toys to Life fanatic, apparently.
I was a huge diehard Skylanders fan. And I
Was?
Still am. I mean, it's kind of dead, but the only one I didn't platinum was the newest one.
Why?
I was a little burnt out. I still can.
Yeah. You love your platinums.
It's true. The big one, though, was Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's real.
It exists.
It had a CG trailer at the end of the Ubisoft conference. And I have to talk about this for a minute, okay? And then we can just go into the conversation. Beyond Good and Evil 2, they announced it 9 years ago. It never came out. They announced it with the CG trailer back in the day, I think. Yes, they did.
Yep.
Now, 9 years later, they have a CG trailer saying, hey, it's not dead, it's coming. And then at the end of the trailer, to end Ubisoft's E3 press conference, it basically had a thing that said, hey, help us make the game, and kickstart it, basically.
Yeah.
It's not even fucking... Well, I didn't think it was built at all, but apparently it is playable to the press behind the scenes, and they say it's very, very early, but very, very... how do you say it?
Promising, or?
Yeah, promising, I guess. Yeah. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck? Like, I don't give a shit about... what is it called? Beyond Good and Evil. I know it's huge, and it was a cult classic, but if they didn't really have anything to show, probably not a good idea to show it this early, considering it's years and years and years away. How do you guys feel?
I think they kind of had to at least say that, hey, it's still a thing, just to be like, oh, we didn't abandon it. Don't not bump us down a few notches on the on Wall Street. Yeah. But like, it's that game is far off if it is ever coming out.
3+ years.
We'd
be lucky if we see it in 2020.
Wait. We're talking about FF7 remake, right?
That too. So I'm not at all rushing, but does anybody have any strong feelings of anything from Ubisoft?
No, absolutely not.
What does that say on the screen there?
Technical difficulty?
That's what I'm worried about.
8:37.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this in. It's hilarious. All right, come on down, bud. Yes. All right. Anybody anything about Ubisoft?
No, they're douches.
Okay. Assassin's Creed though. Damn.
More RPG.
Hey, we're
nice
half
I care about.
Hey, we're a $500 million company. Fund our game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. If you want to see another Assassin's Creed game,
you better fund
show us the money. All right, Bethesda, which I thought was a very, very extremely strong conference. Is that a yes or no?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's a yes.
The big one, which most of this leaked out, but Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, they had like a fucking 12-minute trailer gameplay. It comes out October 27th as well. Shit, that's gonna be big. Doom VFR. If you're a Doom fan, you know that stands for virtual fucking reality. That's neat. I can't play it, but it's neat.
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll be down.
You got
whether you're home or not.
853 seconds.
They announced for the very long trailer The Evil Within 2, which a lot of people feel strongly about. Skyrim for Switch, they didn't give it a date, but it has Zelda amiibo support to get some Breath of the Wild
You buying it now?
items.
He was already buying it. I was sold before.
And then they also announced the Elder Scrolls Legends Heroes of Skyrim expansion, which is kind of cool if you like that game.
They didn't even have to sell it to me. I could have handed them my money when they announced it.
Bethesda is big. Does anybody have anything special to say about Bethesda?
I think it's cool that there's going to be a new Wolfenstein, and I think it's cool that the Evil Within 2 is coming. And I'm excited for Skyrim on Switch to have a Master Sword and a Highland Shield, and even though I can still do it on my PC, it's going to be neat to take another go.
It's more fan service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's always good.
Yes, like,
It could have just been a port, but it wasn't.
And they didn't have to pick up Evil Within either, because they weren't the original publishers of the last one, were they? Wasn't it Konami?
No.
No?
No, it's,
I'm missing another one.
what was
They
it?
did
Shinji
Evil.
Was it Shinji Mikami?
It's still Mikami, but
Yeah.
Bethesda published it.
Bethesda published it, and I forget the developer name, but it's basically his studio, and he ended up going with Bethesda for it.
Electronic Arts went, and they had a whole lot of Star Wars. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Maybe a bit too much, at least of multiplayer. I would have liked to see more single player on that.
A lot of people had a lot of praise for the actual conference, but it requires you to be in Star Wars plot, and that's all they had to show. Anybody?
Well, they had that prison breakout.
It's all they had to show, Dave.
Okay, fine.
It's
It's all they have to show. I'm the guest star. It means nothing.
that game actually does kind of look cool.
Yeah.
It's from the creators of
Brothers?
Tale of Two. What is it called?
Tale of Two Sons.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So EA. Do you have anything to say about EA?
EA's doing EA things.
Yeah.
Trying to
Then I
make
have
money.
everybody else. See that?
Everybody in the club get tipsy.
Yeah. Metro Exodus looks fucking huge. Or gorgeous and huge and just awesome. I did not play much of the first two games.
I completed the last two. I'll be happy to play this one.
I might get the
Exodus is gonna be
remastered.
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother animal. Plus it's open world.
They do such a good job at turning a narrative book into a game.
Now this one's not, because there were only 2 books, right?
I don't know.
This is not based on one of the books. It's a sequel, obviously.
I didn't read the books.
They were loose adaptations of the books too.
But this one's not based on any particular
this one's
novel.
just kind of the world.
Life is Strange Before the Storm. Just a little note, this is not Life is Strange 2. That's still in development. This is a 3-episode season.
Prelude?
No. It is a prequel. Yep. Ashley Birch is not in it because of the voice actor strike. Anthem took the world by storm. I don't care. I just want to throw that in there. But Anthem was a game of the show for a lot of people at E3. It's very Destiny and The Division.
Yeah.
This is by BioWare, right?
BioWare.
Yeah, good luck recovering BioWare.
I want to see them redeem their name.
Oh, me too. BioWare's huge, yeah.
After what someone else did in their name.
Yep.
I played Andromeda.
They did show...
glitchy mess that was.
Yeah. They also did show a trailer, a very extended trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, which we watched while we were filming the last episode.
It looks pretty.
Neato, but we're not going to see it for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to temper my excitement for
Kingdom Hearts.
Like that.
Kingdom Hearts 3 or FF7 first?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, we're totally getting Kingdom Hearts.
We've
3.
seen a lot more of Kingdom Hearts.
Totally.
I feel like Sony.
We haven't changed developers of Kingdom Hearts.
Good point.
True.
I feel like Sony has their finger just hovering over the Final Fantasy VII release date button, and they're super scared to touch it.
Yeah.
And they go down to touch it, and they're like, no. And then they just hold it off for another 6 months, and they're like...
That's so delicate.
Because if you fuck it up, it's fucked.
Yeah.
There's
it's
no,
do we launch the nukes now, or no?
Right.
How bad is it going to be, guys?
I think that's why it's been taking so long.
They're afraid.
And they can't fuck that up.
They'll never live up to it, in my opinion, no matter what happens.
And finally, one more Harvest Moon Light of Hope. Kind of a return to form on the 20th anniversary of the series. It's coming to Switch, though.
Ooh,
of course.
But so is
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley, so that might eat its lunch, honestly, because it's a damn good game. Okay, a couple things. There was a lot of E3 stuff missing. There was no new Overwatch character announced, even at the PC Gaming Show.
They'll do that at BlizzCon.
Yeah. When is BlizzCon?
Totally.
Well, no, the character's going to be fucking out by then. I mean, they already did the ARG for it, and the monkey, the new monkey.
We don't know if it's a monkey, but it's Hammond, supposedly.
Hammond the monkey.
Hammond the chimp.
Yeah. Anyway, no new Overwatch character.
His name was Hammond.
Alright, let's get through this here. Metal Gear Survive, thankfully, it's delayed. Dreams,
Surprise.
Dreams Media Molecule announced that they will pretty much be at PSX.
I forgot about that one.
That's got to be in VR now, right? I mean, come on.
It yearns to be At least, I don't know if it could survive solely on VR, but it should. I think it should.
I don't think it's going to survive regardless. But Borderlands 3 is the big one that wasn't there. The Switch Virtual Console, as we mentioned, the SNES Classic Edition wasn't there. The Nintendo mobile titles, they announced the new Zelda and Animal Crossing. They were not there. I'm sure they'll do their own Nintendo Direct for that. Xbox One X Virtual Reality, they neglected to mention, but that no longer exists.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy...
It's more of a PC thing right now.
Yeah, interesting how that works. The Final Fantasy VII Remake was not there. Resident Evil 2 Remake, unfortunately, was not there. The Last of Us Part 2, as we expected, was not there. Red Dead Redemption 2, Halo 6, Death Stranding, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Shenmue 3, they said would not be there, and indeed they were not. In closing, everybody's game of the show, and what was your biggest disappointment? Teddy. Doesn't have to be a game, it can just be an aspect.
Actually, you know what? The disappointing thing that didn't show was, Smash.
Yep.
The game of the show. It's gotta be God of War. 2018 still.
It'll be here before you know it, though.
But that's gonna be my game of the show.
Picture it this way, though. If God of War came out in November, it would release after Mario Odyssey, during Call of Duty time, during fucking Destiny 2 time. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it makes sense.
If it comes out in March, I know, we'll get to this in a second. If it comes out in March, it might not be overshadowed.
Yeah, totally. They'll rule March.
Dave? Game of the show.
The game of the show. I'm really mixed feelings. I might have to give it to God of War as well, with notable mentions going to Spider-Man, Super Mario Odyssey, and honestly Anthem.
I didn't even look at it, to be honest. I'm just not interested.
I've had some serious Iron Man vibes, and that was good in my book.
Is it sci-fi?
It is sci-fi.
Okay, that's got one thing going for it.
It feels like Star Wars as you enter, and then you get into like kind of a mech suit type setup, and it is like you feel like you're flying through these areas like Iron Man.
My problem with another one of these kind of somewhat MMO games is that you have to start over again if you get into one of these new franchises.
Yeah.
Like, we're balls deep in Destiny. I got pretty deep in the Division, but when we started the Division, it was like, okay, whole new ecosystem, gotta start over. And now if there's another one, it's like, you can only play one of these fucking games. You can't be in all of them at the same time.
That's going to be a big thing, like how the multiplayer works and how much time you can invest as a single-player campaign, or how that game works is still very much up in the air. But
yeah,
notable mention, I'm giving that.
My game of the show, my runner-up is Super Mario Odyssey, because we all know it's going to be awesome. My game of the show was Metroid: Return of Samus. My biggest disappointment, though, was the absence of Super Smash Brothers, which really sucks.
We're all feeling it.
So, game of the show, it's probably fairly obvious, but Odyssey's my game of the show. Honestly, I have a lot of hope for it. That's, it's pretty obvious there. But biggest disappointment was probably...
Okay, so we're almost out of battery. Surprise. So, we're going to finish up by doing our E3 bingo bets from last week. Dave, you can play along and pretend you had bets.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can say what I was saying to my phone while I watched your last episode.
This will work for our Quiz-tacular. Score.
Yeah, we got killed.
So the season series, Matt leads with 2, I have 1, Teddy has 1. Let's go. So, help me jog my memory. Sony will announce PSN users can finally change... unfortunately. To do the scoring, remember,
I wanted to believe.
It's -1, it's take 1 away if you get one that you lost, but it's +2 if you get one that you won. So, we're gonna do... Shit. Alright.
You gonna put this in the edit?
Yep. Okay, so are we going below 0 or no? We never discussed that. You get to 0
Might
or
as
we
well
just...
Yeah, we
You
might
have
go.
to. Yeah.
Alright. No PSN
Because what
IDs
if
for
we all
me.
just hit 0?
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Super Smash
all gonna
Brothers for
hit 0.
Switch gets announced. It's another -1 for me. Project Scorpio features a new controller. It's a -1 for Matt and Teddy.
I'm really confused about that back, guys. I really am.
Well, by new
Hey,
controller.
we don't have time.
yeah, I know.
God of War releases in 2017. That's -1 for all of us. Holy shit.
I thought it was confirmed.
A new 2D Castlevania is announced as a Switch exclusive. -1 for me. Holy shit.
It's okay. It's still early.
I'm skipping the ones that nobody bet on.
Yeah.
Blizzard announces Hearthstone is coming to Switch. -1 for Matt. Nobody got one right so far.
Surprise, surprise.
Blizzard announces a Warcraft mobile game. That's
Fuck me.
Another one gone for Matt.
And me, right?
Nope. We
Oh,
crossed
wait.
it out.
Oh, sorry.
Capcom announces a new fighter for Season 2 Street Fighter V. Another one for Teddy and Matt.
I guess it's who loses the least.
Yeah.
Microsoft announces a
I
full
like to
Season
gamble.
4 of Killer Instinct. One
We
for
all
everybody. And still none right. New Shovel Knight Amiibo are shown off. One for Matt.
Ah.
Oh, shit, Matt.
That was out of pure hope.
Yacht
That
Club
one, yeah.
Games announces a
Holy
new
shit.
title. Another one for Matt.
Fuck.
A new Overwatch character is unveiled. -1 for everybody. Mr. Caffeine will show up at the Ubisoft presser. It's another one for Teddy. Nobody's got one right so far. Destiny 2 will feature PC exclusive content. No, it's one for Matt and Teddy. I'm running out of room. All Nintendo mobile titles revealed are free to play. Well,
That
they
we
didn't
get
announce
anything.
any, so another one for Justin. Super Mario Odyssey will be delayed until 2018.
That's Teddy. That's
One
Teddy.
for Teddy.
Wow.
I'm a non-believer.
Xenoblade
I was.
Chronicles 2 makes a 2017 release. +1 for Matt.
The
Holy shit.
winner.
Yeah.
No,
boy.
we're not there yet. Microsoft announces the Halo title. Nope. -1 for Matt. The point's gone.
Never mind.
Lego Dimensions 2 is officially unveiled. Justin and Teddy take one away. Holy shit. Microsoft announces 2-week digital refunds. -1 for everybody. Holy shit. Nintendo shows off one of 3 newly announced Kirby games. Oh, +1 for everybody.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Look at that, boy. I'm on top of the world.
Twisted Metal will be referenced somewhere at the Sony conference. -1 for Teddy.
I can't believe Sweet Tooth.
There will be a brand new unannounced crossover game. -1 for everybody.
Ugh.
A new character class will be announced for Destiny 2. Justin and Teddy take one away.
I gamble.
They're probably not even going to have new classes.
No. No. Subclass.
Release date for a Switch version of Ukulele. No for Matt.
Oh,
Or
fuck.
no for Matt. Oops.
Makes no sense.
Guest character will be announced for a fighting game somewhere at E3. Matt and Teddy take one away.
How did that not happen?
Nintendo
We're
will
banking on
show off
Smash.
Arms Amiibo. Matt and Teddy. Nope. Holy shit.
How is that not?
You're getting fucked in the ass, bro.
Special edition 3DS or 2DS is revealed. Justin and Teddy take another one away.
Why Nintendo? Why?
You should have made those ones smaller, bro.
Yeah, apparently. Sony reveals the first party officially licensed PS4 Pro controller. No Teddy. Shit. The Xbox
Shit.
Scorpio features a new UI. No, Matt and Teddy.
Well, we didn't get
So-
any confirmation on that.
They
Didn't show it.
The rumored Dark Souls trilogy remaster. Nope. Justin and Matt.
Wow, I didn't get a negative on this.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gets DLC content. No Teddy.
What the?
Batman Arkham Insurgency. No shows at the conference. Everybody gets a point.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so the math. Here's maths, okay? So we get -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus 3, -15 for Matt.
Yes.
Wow, we're all going
In the
negative
lead
today. Yeah.
with -15.
Teddy. 1, 2, 3.
I gamble all over.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Minus 21, plus 2, minus 19.
I'm gonna make the greatest comeback in history, watch.
Justin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Minus 13 plus 2 is negative 11.
You
With
won.
minus
Yes.
11 points. It's a good
You
thing we
won?
counted the negatives.
So you're the experts, huh?
Yeah.
That's just, we didn't get one bet. Oh wait, no, somebody got one.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
Shovel Knight.
we got a couple. Yeah.
I got the most right though.
With 3.
Yeah, you got 3.
Does that mean I get the point?
Are
I
we
got the
done
most
with this?
No.
No, right?
Oh wait. Yes. So now I'm
Take a
tied.
picture.
I'm tied with Matt.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the page. I'm tied with Matt. Matt and Justin have 2 for the season series. Teddy has 1. And we're out of battery. And we'll put
Fire.
And there will be a
Keep it Chinese,
place
folks.
to shoot from.
Goodbye. Thanks, Dave,
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
Dave.
for
You
joining.
can hear us over the flames.
He's not a puppet.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Thank you for letting
But
me
he's
wear these
flammable.
leftover pants.
Woo! Bye.
How much?